Today's pick a card reading is going to be on what healing messages your inner child would like to share with you at this time. We have in pile 1, we have the inner child oracle deck. Card looks like this. We have a time to remember, looking back on your childhood. With pile 2, we have the happy card with the Lapis Lazuli stone. Pile 3, we have the Rider Waite Tarot Deck with the 8 of Cups, with the selenite spear. All right, take some time to meditate on these cards and choose the pile or the stone that resonates with you the most. And timestamps will be in the description. I'll see you there. Welcome to your reading, pile 1. We're about to find out what messages, healing messages your inner child has for you at this time. I'm going to find out a little bit about what those messages are, why you need them at this time, and how you can implement them into your current reality at this time. As you can see, we have the time to remember card, looking back on your childhood card with the moonstone right there. Okay, let's get started with your reading. What are the channel messages for pile 1? You need the most here at this time. Healing messages from their inner child at this time. Okay. We got the 4 of Pentacles. Let's see. One more card for pile 1. What healing messages their inner child wants them to hear at this time. We have the Hanged Man. Okay, let's see. Looking for the channel messages for pile 1. Healing messages from their inner child. Let's see what they got to say. What your inner child has to say at this time. We have the Deep Knowing card. Oh. Okay. Let me organize. Let's get a little bit more organization going on here. Let's see here. Okay. Let's get another message. Never mind the noises up there. Just some renovations going on. What channel messages the inner child for pile 1? What are the channel messages for pile 1? Okay. And then we have the, let's see if I can move some things out of the way. We have the by the book. Okay. everything a little bit up. Okay. Get it all in the picture. Okay. Okay, we're gonna pull channeled healing messages for pile 1. Oh my God. Let's see. Channel messages for pile 1. Healing messages from inner child. What are the channel healing messages from? Talk to your angels. Let go. Get one more message. I have a travel card. Oh boy. Okay. Didn't realize I was in the shot now. Okay. Running out of space. Running out of space again. I'm gonna just do a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Talk to your angels. There we go. Oh, trust. The trust card. I said travel, but it's actually trust. There might be a message there. Okay. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. Let's see if I can. Okay. Let's see here. One. Okay. Okay, got some messages here. Okay, so all right, so as you can see, these are the messages. Pile 1. Let's see if I can get a better. So let's start with your tarot cards. I got the 4 of Wands. So obviously, one of the biggest messages I can see that your inner child wants to share with you is, you know, celebrate the little things in life. You know, try to find the joy in everything you're doing, no matter how stressful, how hopeless things seem right now. Celebrating what you do have, being with the people that matter, is really important this time. Just finding the joy in life and celebrating what we have in life is so important at this time. And then with the Hanged Man, oftentimes this Hanged Man energy is a lot about reflection. It's kind of like people see it as like a stagnant energy, just like nothing's going on. But this could be a time to celebrate and rest and reflect on where we are and where we've been and what it is we really want to do in life to bring us joy, what it is we can celebrate, and what we want to accomplish, what we have accomplished. So I see this energy, your inner child is trying to tell you that it's okay to not always constantly be on the go, hustling, worried about where, not worrying about, am I ever going to find love, or I need to continuously hustle to make my business a success, or I don't need to overdo it at work. This is a time to just rest and reflect and look back on everything that we've done and moving forward, what can we do to bring more joy, more happiness, more contentment into our life? So that's what your inner child is trying to tell you at this time. With the deep knowing card, I'll get a good picture of that. There's a little bit of a glare, apologize. We do have the owl in this card. He's very wise. And this is more about deep reflection and just you following your intuition and you just knowing what it is you need for you right now. If you need to rest, what it is that you can do to bring joy into your life and happiness into your life, to kind of embrace your inner child. How can you bring your inner child into the present moment? You could do this just by simply following your intuition, following what you're listening to, what it is that your intuition and the inner child inside is trying to tell you. You could be as simple as, going for a walk every day, or taking a leap of faith and, trying that new art class, or just dipping your toes into trying something new that you did back in childhood. Maybe you liked to do art when you were a kid and you've kind of moved away from that, but you've always enjoyed painting, so you're getting back into painting. Or writing, something creative, that can bring the joy back into your life and bring out that inner child inside. So that's what this deep knowing card. Let's see. And definitely with this by the book card, this definitely, I'm looking, the first thing that stands out to me is like the different sizes of the elephant here. We have the baby elephant, the child elephant, and the adult elephant. And this talks about, by the book often is like doing things the way we've always done things, following a consistent path in life. From when we were a child, from a baby to a child, how we grew up, the environment we were in, how we defined happiness, how we found happiness in life, what was in our environment, was creativity, emotional, being able to share your emotional state with your family. Was that something that was celebrated, or is it something that you had to hide? This is kind of just like coming full circle, like looking back on like what made you happy in your childhood that you couldn't incorporate into today, and then what are some things that you brought from childhood that maybe no longer works in the world you want to create for yourself, the happiness you want to find, the joy you want to bring back to your inner child. Okay, let's fix this up a little bit. It looks pretty messy at this point. Okay, we have talk to your angels. instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So this is talking to your angels. It could be talking to listening to your intuition, following your heart, asking, for support from your spiritual teams, from your angels, just to give you support and guidance on how you can bring more joy into your life, how you can bring, make your inner child happy again and feel fulfilled and happy in life again. And then this Let Go card talks about walking away from a situation in order to resolve it. So what can you release in your life that no longer brings you joy or happiness? What needs to change and what needs to leave your life in order to embrace your inner child and bring joy and happiness into your life again? And then this is the card that I keep thinking is the travel card. It's the trust card. So this is just trusting in your feelings and dreams to guide you on your path. It could be career, it could be in relationships and love. Just trust in your inner guidance and inner knowing, in your angels and your dreams. Go after your dreams and trust that everything's going to work out. And you'll have someone there rooting you on. Your inner child is rooting you on in the process of going after your dreams, the dreams that you've had since you were a child. And then this is talking about, or kind of appropriately when we're talking about dreams, dreams only work when you do. Make an action plan. What are small things you can do in the next 24 hours to get closer to your dreams? Do them. So with this card, I feel like even taking small action, you could even make a list of something that you want to accomplish, or it could be like a small goal, like if your dream is to be a writer, maybe making the space and time to write every day, like a dedicated time where you sit down and you write every day and whatever it is that you want to share with the world. It could be like, I want to start posting my work online, or could be, if you're in content creation, could be like, I want to make one post a day, about what XYZ, whatever it is that you're an expert on or want to share with the world. Could be like, I want to paint every day. Maybe take 20 minutes a day just to work on some painting. Whatever it is that you feel inspired to do. Just taking the small steps. Just taking one action in the next 24 hours, like this card say, will put you on the path to healing, your inner child and fulfilling your dreams. And this one says busy, and then it's crossed out, and it says production. And then it says, let's see if it's clear. It says, are today's tasks helping you make progress or just keeping you busy? Identify your 3 biggest time wasters and then nuke them. So this is a good card. You can kind of help get rid of those mundane tasks that really are hindering your progress towards your dreams. So just make a list of, okay, sorry, let me fix this up a little bit. So we have, what are today's tasks helping you make progress, or are they just keeping you busy? So like really make a list of things that you're doing on a daily basis. Are those really conductive and productive to what it is you want to accomplish? Are they bringing you joy? Are they bringing you fulfillment? Like say you post content online daily and you're just feeling like, this is not making a difference. I'm stuck on this, posting the same stuff every day. Well, maybe change it up. Maybe change what you're talking about, what the type of content you're creating, what resonates more with you and what is more authentically you, and what can you do to switch it up to kind of reinvigorate you and bring more joy into your life. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a little organization going on. Okay. And then I'm going to read, we're going to get some final messages, and I'm going to read from the Inner Child book, because this is the card we chose, about a time. I'm getting a bad glare, I apologize. I'm new to this lighting thing. But a time to remember. See, there we go. Looking back on your childhood. I'm going to go ahead and open the book and read that for us so we can get a better idea on what it is that our inner child wants us to know right now. Okay, it says, a time to remember. A photograph can be a powerful tool when working with our inner selves, or it can bring to the present the memories and feelings associated with our childhood. This can be an especially beneficial practice, particularly when working through harmful patterns or beliefs that we might have regarding our childhood self. So yeah, this definitely is just talking about looking back on memories, whether it's a photograph or the feelings we associate with our childhood, and then the beliefs we brought from our childhood. And just like reflecting on that and how some of those feelings or that particular memory, what it brings back to us, how we feel about it. And then there's an exercise you can do. It says, gather multiple photographs of your younger self, reflect on each one, and choose the image that you feel most drawn to. Once you have your photograph, take some time to gaze at the image, observing yourself in a neutral and non-judgmental way. Try to think of yourself as you would think of any other child, as a precious treasure. Separate from any memories of who you were then and who you are now. Now that you have the viewpoint in your mind, bring a feeling of love into your heart. Hold the photograph in front of you and let this love build up inside of you for your childhood self. Send the love you feel inside of your heart to the picture of your younger self. Tell yourself that you love yourself and that you are perfect just the way you are. Whatever it is this little you is yearning to hear, tell yourself in a voice of love. So I'm going to put this on camera in case you want to take a screenshot of the message in this card, the little exercise you can do. And then I'll flip it here. There's also a journaling prompt if you're interested in delving further into this exercise. I'll give you a chance to take a screenshot of that. All right, and this is the book. Perfect. I am going to roll the astro dice just to get a last message. And let's see about your childhood, your inner child, what healing messages your inner child has for you at this time. Okay, we have Cancer in the 12th house with Venus. That's an interesting place. As a person who has a Cancer moon and placements in the 12th house, I can tell you a lot about those two things. Cancers are often very in their emotions. Obviously, Cancer's related to they're associated with the moon. They're very emotional, very nurturing. They want to help others. And then with the 12th house is like a lot of like psychological. It's like the house of psychological stuff, of mystical, spiritual, the spiritual house. Yeah, it's like there's like a lot of unknowns in the 12th house. It's very strong. So with Cancer, I feel like with Cancer in the 12th house, this is very like spiritual, could be gifts. You may have some psychic gifts that you're unaware of. So maybe like really exploring that side of you. It could be some emotions that need to be brought to the surface that we need to resolve. You might have some limiting thoughts you didn't realize, some subconscious unknown thoughts. The 12th house also deals with like the unconscious and things that we don't really know that much about or realize about ourselves. And then with Venus here, Venus is the planet of love, resources. So this could relate to how you feel about yourself. Self-love. Might really need to delve deep and practice some self-love, some self-care. Kind of reflect on how are you loving yourself, and is that preventing you from bringing more love and abundance into your own life because of the way you think about yourself. This could also be a deal with, because I associate Venus often with like the second house in tarot and in astrology as well. And the second house deals with our resources, but it's not just financial. It's like our self-worth, how we feel about ourselves. So again, maybe there are some limiting belief systems that you have about yourself and what you're capable of, and working through. Maybe your inner child is sending you a message like you need to heal some of these thoughts and beliefs you have about yourself. Learn to love yourself more. And yeah, really reflect. And like it's in many of these messages, it's just like taking the time to celebrate yourself, love yourself, and reflect. That would be my biggest message that this group is really giving me. And just really prioritize what it is that you want in your life, what brings you joy and what doesn't, and let go and release those things and shift your priorities to really just love yourself and do things that love and bring you joy, and that will bring abundance and love into your life, and it'll make your inner child happy and you more whole and healed. So those are the messages I have for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for being here today with me. Thank you to the spirit guides who were here to help with these channeled messages. I wish you all light and love and a wonderful week ahead. Until next time, bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we are going to be receiving channeled messages from your inner child, healing inner child messages. I'll go ahead and get started, get some cards. As you can see, we have you chose the Happy Oracle card with the Lapis Lazuli. I'll pull some tarot and we'll get started. Let's see, we got the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Healing messages about your inner child. Alrighty, got a few cards here. Looks like lots of cups energy going on here, group 2. Got the 6 cups, the 7 of cups, and the Queen of Cups. Alright, let's pull a few more cards. Healing messages, group 2, my inner child. Alright, oh, that didn't take long. I got the Time for a Nap card. And Imagine. That's beautiful, group 2. Okay, we're going to pull a couple of cards cards from the Inner Child Oracle deck. Inner Child Healing Messages for Group 2. What are the channeled Inner Child Healing Messages for Group 2? Oh, you are worthy. You are worth it all, my love. Very beautiful card. Let's pull one more. Get another message. For Group 2, channel messages. And number 21, let go of the past. It is time to envision a new story. Look at that. Really cool. Actually, move this down. I'm just going to do some organization here, reorganizing. See here. Okay. Just doing some readjustments, Group 2, apologize. Okay, and then let me pull a message or two. Okay, let's pull another message. Group 2, healing messages from your inner child. It says, make moves. I'll pull one more. All right. This one says, ambition is a way of life. Really cool. Okay, let's get started. Move this back a bit. So we're going to start off with the tarot cards. Let's start off with the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is someone that is emotionally strong, someone that's really in their feminine power, feeling their emotions, very balanced, kind, compassionate, but also stable and balanced. So this tells me that your inner child is trying to say that having balanced emotions is super important for your healing those wounds from the childhood. And just embodying in this energy is really important for your healing. With the Six of Cups, the Six of Cups is a lot to do with our past, which obviously this is what this reading is dealing with, our childhood, our inner child. In this photo, it looks like someone is receiving a gift or a present. So this is your inner child is that present. They're bringing more joy and love into the situation. And they're just asking you to be open and receptive to trying new things, or maybe returning to things that you've done in the past when you were a child. Maybe there was an activity you used to enjoy doing, maybe taking up rollerblading again, or maybe following that old dream to become an author, something you always dreamed about, writing a book. It could be rekindling an old relationship with a friend, or maybe someone from your past that has potential. So that's what the Six of Cups is trying to say. To be open and receptive to whatever it is that your inner child is offering you at this time. We did also get the Seven of Cups here. The Seven of Cups is a card. It's a lot of offers of different things, and cups deal with our emotions. So there's just like a lot of changes and offers going on in our lives. Lots of opportunities to choose from. And I know sometimes it can feel overwhelmed, but it's just saying that the sky's the limit, you know. It's within your grasp, and your inner child is there rooting you on and helping you make the right choices for you, so you can lead an abundant life and heal from the past. Okay. And then we have from the Wisdom Oracle deck, we have this card. It's the Time for a Nap card. So this is just saying, it's reinforcing the importance of getting rest, knowing when to rest and when to go, when to do. Taking the time you need to recuperate, to meditate, to relax. So when you need to make those decisions or go after those dreams, that you're well rested and ready to go, not burnt out. That's definitely a message I'm hearing from your inner child. And then we also have the Imagine card, which is very appropriate as well. This is about bringing you back to your childhood, when you were having all these big dreams about how you wanted your future to look like, and being in that energy and believing like, yes, this is possible, anything is possible, the sky is the limit. So your inner child is asking you to open up yourself to the possibilities of these dreams that you had as a child, or that you have right now. And by engaging in imaginative activities, it could be like writing, journaling, manifesting, meditating, just imagining what your life could be like, and then going after, taking steps towards that with the belief that you can and you will make all your dreams come true. That's all your inner child wants for you at this time, is for you to believe that anything is possible and you can make those childhood dreams come true. So sorry, pile 2. Camera did a header there. We're going to continue on. From the Inner Child Oracle deck, you did get the You Are Worthy card. You are worth it all, my love. And then you also got the number 21, Let Go of the Past. It is time to envision a new story. I will read some messages about that in a minute, but first I'm just going to give a little bit of a context and interpretation. The You Are Worthy card is super relevant to what we've been talking about, is knowing your worth, knowing you are worth it. You do deserve to have all your dreams come true. You just have to believe, you have to know your worth and go after your dreams, and you will achieve them. And then in order to do so, we do need to release, let go of the past failures, past experiences that made us feel unworthy and not deserving of our dreams coming true. Whatever it is, a relationship, a job. Even though you feel like you failed, you didn't. You do deserve happiness. You do deserve to live a life full of abundance and joy and have all your dreams come true. We just need to let go of these limiting beliefs or stories we told ourselves from our past about how we feel unworthy and we don't feel like we deserve to have a happily ever after, a family, a career, doing a job you love and getting paid for it. But I'm telling you right now, you do deserve it, group 2. So there's that. I'm gonna get the book and give you a little bit, read a little bit more on that. Okay. For you are worthy. Everyone longs to be worthy. We work hard to find this worth in many different places, in accomplishments and titles, in the eyes of another, but at the end of the day, all we truly have is the worth that we attribute to ourselves. This is not to diminish your beautiful gifts that can be ours through our actions and relationships, but to say that if we do not find ourselves worthy first, we will continue to search for it elsewhere and never find satisfaction. And then on the other one, let go of the past. The past is a complex thing. It can hold for us all to the core elements of who we have come to be, our very essence and identity. Sometimes we can be conflicted about our story and how it is unfolded. Maybe we identify with one aspect more than another, or maybe we have rejected the past completely. However it may be, how we view the past can have a drastic impact on how we view the present. If you have pulled this card, then it may be time to look at how your beliefs about the past might be shaping your actions in the present. Ask yourself if the past has created an identity that you no longer wish to claim. Is there a label that you or others have placed upon you that is no longer serving you? If your answer is yes, then responsive journaling might be good to help you work through this now. It's a good exercise to do, as a good reflection to see what parts of what part of your identity you no longer wish to claim. That's no longer going to help you move forward and reach your dreams. And your inner child is encouraging you at this time to let go of your past, embrace your present, and look towards the future. Group 2. We also got the Make Moves card, and it says, answer these 2 questions. What am I best at? How can I change the world doing that? We also got that ambition is a way of life. It says, honor your ambition. Put your focus on your biggest goal today and make some serious progress. So these are some good questions to ask yourself, whatever goal it is that you want to achieve, to put your focus on that biggest goal that you want to achieve and take the steps towards that goal. And how can what you are good at change the world by you being you and sharing that with the world? All right. Group 2, I'm going to see what else do we have going on here. Oh yeah, we also had this happy card, which is at the heart of our reading that I have not talked on. So the happy card, this card shows to me with the rainbow in the background and she's holding a star in her hand. This signifies to me that You have all of your hopes and dreams in the palm of your hand, and all you have to do is embody this belief, find the joy in whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that you want to achieve in your life, and you can have this. You can manifest this into your life. As long as we are in the energy of positivity and we are strong in our beliefs that we can achieve all of our dreams, no matter how hard it feels or how impossible it seems, we are capable of having the dream of our lives, being happy, having the family, doing all the things that we want to do in life. We just have to listen to our inner voice, our intuition, and our inner child who is asking us to find things in our life that we enjoyed to do, that bring joy to our lives. Could be taking up a new hobby, creating art, starting a business, going back to school. Whatever it is that brings joy and happiness into our life, that is what we need. We need to take the steps towards that so we can have this joy and happiness in our life and create the life of our dreams. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll the dice and get one last message from our healing messages for our inner child with the Astro dice. So we got Leo in the 5th house with the South Node. So Leo it embodies the following your heart, being brave, courageous, and going after your dreams. And the 5th house is the house of creation and creativity, romance, love, abundance. It's the place where we, maybe we do some artistic endeavors. We're finding these little things that we're doing that are bringing joy to our life. We're being inspired and motivated. And with the South Node often deals with perhaps we are honing in, pulling at some of the skill sets or creativity from past lives or past experiences and bringing them into the present moment and expressing yourself creatively and showing the world and being courageous and expressing yourself. Okay. I am going to pull one last card, and then I'm going to get one last message. I'm feeling called to pull one last message from a different deck, so just give me one moment. The other two, the other pile, I did not call to pull a different message, but I am being called by Spirit to pull one last message for group 2. What healing messages? So I did get the balance card. It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into the world, and I do so without judgment. So there's that message. On the back of the deck, I also got the message, about friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So I think what your inner child is trying to say is trying to help you find that balance in life. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is you're trying to create, however it is you want your life to look, is finding that balance of doing and just being, of creating and resting, of the mundane, and the other side of that would be the spontaneity, trying something outside of our comfort zones. So just finding a good balance of in your life. If it's finding a good balance when it comes to work, whether you're an entrepreneur or have a 9-to-5 job, that you're taking the time to rest and practice self-care when you need to. You're not burning out. You're not taking on more than you can handle. If it's at work, not taking on too many projects, making too many promises at the expense of yourself. If you're an entrepreneur, not putting too much pressure on yourself, taking the time to relax, rest, and retreat, have some time to yourself for some self-care and some sleep. It's just taking care of you. That's what your inner child is asking of you at this time. And that is all that I have for you, pile 2, today. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And I thank you to your guides, my guides, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye. Welcome to your reading, pile 3. Happy to have you here. I had to have a little brief break, and I got my grumpy cup. Got my coffee. I'm ready to go, ready to rock. So we have pile 3 with the 8 of Cups and the selenite crystal spear. So let's get started. Get some messages. Get a couple more tarot cards here. We're trying to find out what healing messages your inner child have for you at this time. What are the healing messages? What healing messages from your inner child do you need at this time, pile 3? What healing messages does pile 3 need at this time? Your inner child. What inner child healing messages does pile 3 need at this time? Oh, pile 3, you also, like pile 2, there might be some messages for you. Got the 6 of Cups. Lots of cup energy with you guys. Let's see if there's one more. Yeah, one more message for you guys. Ooh, the Star card, pile 3. Wow, that's pretty cool. So we have the Star, the 8 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. Let's pull some more messages. Actually, I'm going to go with the Wisdom Oracle deck next and see what messages we got. What healing messages pile 3 have? What inner child healing messages? Pile 3. Spirit. Inner child healing messages. Pile 3. The Wisdom Oracle deck. Okay. Let's see. Pile 3. Healing messages and inner child messages. Ooh, there we go. Flew right out. Treasure Island. Let me do some organizing here. Let's see here. Put those up there. Okay, that works for now. Let's see. Let's see if there's one more message from this Wisdom Oracle deck. Healing messages. Okay, there you go. Boom. Here and now. Okay, pile 3. Treasure Island, here and now. What healing messages for pile 3 about healing and inner child messages at this time for pile 3? What are the inner child healing messages for pile 3? Okay. Healing messages, pile 3. From the Life Purpose Oracle deck. Healing messages from inner child. Pile 3. Okay, here we go. We got a couple. There we go. We've got school. The answer you're seeking involves going to school. Apologize for the glare again. And then we have creative expression. Oh, okay, let's move my hand out of the way. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. Okay. Okay. Pile 3. Let's see what we have going on here. See if I can just get a couple more messages and then we'll get started on what it is that we're healing. Some of the healing messages from our inner child. Healing messages for pile 3. This inner child oracle deck. All for the highest good. With the channel messages for pile 3 from their inner child. Okay, we had 2 fly out. There we go. Let's see. We have speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. I love that for you, pile 3. Oof, that's a really beautiful card too. See how I can get it into the frame now. Let's see here. I might need to get creative myself. Let's see here. Okay. I'll move this up a little bit. Okay. Let's see here. I'll see if I can make some adjustments here. Up here, okay. Oh no. There we go. This is trickier than it looks, y'all. This is brand new to me, so I am learning. This is a learning curve for me. Apologize for these adjustments. Just want to try to get everything in the frame. Okay, let's go. We also had, you are worthy. You are worth it all, my love. Oh, again, let's see if I can get that glare out of there. Get a good shot of it. There we go. It's quite beautiful as well. What a beautiful message. How am I gonna get this in the frame now? It's gonna be tricky because of the way I have it organized. I'm thinking moving, shifting things around here. Yes, like that. We're gonna move this here. Okay, that's there. That's there. Okay, perfect. Okay. And then pull one more card from the Boss Girl deck. Pile 3. What are the channeled healing messages from your inner child that we need at this time? What are the channeled inner child messages for pile 3 at this time. Okay. It says, a goal without a plan is just a wish. And then on the other side it says, how many of your goals are equipped with a solid plan? Choose one that's currently more like a wish and create a plan for how to get there. Set benchmarks and a deadline. All right. Where can you put you? Maybe here? Be doing that. I'll move this over here. And then we're gonna just move it a little bit up and tilt. And we're gonna try to get it all in the frame. All right, so let's get into it, pile 3. Got a lot to go over here, but it's a lot of cool, good messages we've got. So the first card we have in our spread is going to be the 8 of Cups card. This is in tarot, this is like the cards walking away from a disappointing situation, person, experience. So obviously we experienced something. It ended up being disappointing. It could have been we had a job and we thought it would be long-term, forever. Turns out, for whatever reason, life has other ideas about what is best for us. Could have been having to walk away from a person who didn't have your best interest at heart, who had an ego on them. Could be a friend, could be a family member, could be a parent, more specifically meaning the message about a parent, sibling, just someone in our life that was they were just not good for us. They caused us a lot of pain, whether it was emotionally. Could it be a job that emotionally, physically drained us? Could be a romantic relationship even we're walking away from, a partner that was toxic family member. Anyways, we're walking away from them, and it's for the betterment. And our inner child is saying, we need to get this person, this job, walk away from this disappointing situation because there are better things ahead. And then the next card I pulled was the 6 of Cups. I feel like pile 2, I think it was pile 2 that had the 6 of Cups in their reading. So if you were drawn to pile 2, maybe see if there's some messages in there. But for this one, obviously the 6 of Cups is a lot about nostalgia, our past, our childhood, looking back on our childhood, maybe coming back to a childhood dream we had. That will bring us emotional fulfillment in the present moment. And in the process, kind of healing that childhood wound and making our child self happy and fulfilled, that we're going after our dreams. Could be a relationship, could be making our own family, creating our own family that we choose, of our choosing. Could be a partner that respects us, that loves us, that supports us. Could be a job that fulfills us, a job that we always dreamed of having. Maybe wanted to be a teacher, a healer, maybe you're an artist. Just some of the things I'm picking up on. And yeah, just kind of going back to those childhood dreams and going after them just to find fulfillment in your life. Okay, and then we do have, ooh, my cards are getting a little messy, guys. Okay, a star card, which is about wish fulfillment. So yeah, this is kind of reinforcing that, yeah, there are some dreams that we haven't achieved yet, and they are within our grasp. Anything is possible. This is a very positive card in tarot. It means we have unlimited, ooh, girl, I forgot about the YouTube rules, so let me cover that up with my thumb as I show you this, and then I will put a little crystal on there, and I'm hoping that I caught that soon enough, that it wasn't really in the frame. Anyhow, moving on from the YouTube regulations. Okay, so anyways, as I was saying, the star card is about wish fulfillment. You have unlimited resources at your disposal. All of your dreams are possible. And you have your inner child rooting you on as you go after your dreams. This could also be about doing the things that inspire you, that you remembered you enjoyed doing as a child. Could be maybe you used to really love to write, or you wanted to be a writer when you grew up, or you wanted to be an artist. Maybe you really love to do pottery or play an instrument, or some kind of creative expression where you're being seen and respected for your accomplishments. Okay, I'm going to put this back down and put the little stone covering up the little, yes. All right, so we did have a message here of school. So maybe there's something you've always wanted to learn and from your childhood. Maybe maybe you wanted to be a writer. So maybe this is saying you need to take a class or go back to school and learn more about writing and how you can be successful in that endeavor by getting more education on the matter. It could be, this could be learning maybe like a hobby you used to do as a child and taking that hobby up and maybe learning more about that hobby, and maybe that hobby turns into a career. You never know, a way of making money that you never really thought could happen or be possible, and you're living your dream. So school definitely plays a part in fulfilling whatever it is that this childhood dream of yours was back in the day. So, or this could be, if it's relationships, this could even be like doing some workshops or something about love or manifestation and what it is that you really want in a partner. Let's see. We also have creative expression. So again, this comes back to really expressing yourself, doing the things you love to do as a child. You know, those artistic endeavors, the writing, the painting, and just creating and just expressing yourself. And this could just be for fun. It could be something that becomes monetarily, becomes something you end up making money doing. But you're creating, you're able to express yourself, and it's going to bring a lot of joy and happiness into your life and like fulfill the dreams and hopes of the inner child within us. So by every time we're doing this, expressing ourselves in a creative way, we're just finding happiness within, and it's radiating out into the physical world. Okay, let's see. Let me go on to, we'll do these first. So from the Wisdom Oracle deck, we did get see if I can get it non-glare, number 9 with Treasure Island. And if I look at this card, this is like we're looking at something, we're headed towards something that we're really wanting. We're on this journey to getting our treasure, and that treasure could be our dreams, our hopes, And we're taking this journey to reach this destination, this treasure of abundance and happiness and fulfillment. And on the way, we're healing those childhood wounds, you know, those wounds where we didn't believe that this was possible, that, oh, you know, X, Y, Z, you know, I can't do that. I'm not worthy of that. That's just not possible. I don't have the resources, the time, the XYZ fill in the blank. But this card is saying, yeah, it is going to take some time, but it is worth it in the end to be consistent, to go after our dreams, because the treasure is waiting for us just to grab a hold of. So yeah, and let's see. And then we also had the Here and Now card. So in this picture, which is a really interesting picture, she's sitting on top of this, it looks like an egg or a circular place that she's living. So she's on like top of the egg, on top of the world. But she looks like she's meditating. And there's a lot going on around her. She's got the thoughts of her past and her future, but here she is in that present moment. And this is just saying to ground yourself in your present moment and look at what it is that you have in your current circumstances that you can be grateful for and what you've accomplished, and just to really ground and root yourself in the present, because from our past experiences, they led us, the things we went through, the childhood traumas, the tribulations, the dreams, the hopes, they're all with us here in the present moment. And we have the opportunity to grab a hold of those dreams, those hopes, and release any of those things that kind of held us back in the past. In this present moment, we're having the opportunity to release those and grab onto our hopes and dreams and go for them. So our future is now. Here in the present moment, we are creating the future we wanted and dreamed of our whole lives, and it is in our grasp. So it's a pretty cool card here. And also, I kind of get the message like, yeah, we need to shift kind of how we are being here in this present moment, not living in the past, not living in the future, but in the present, because there's so many opportunities around us. The way we need to change our mindset. I see the number 32. If you add 3 and 2, that's 5. And 5 is often associated with the number of change, radical change. So just changing your mindset and living in the present moment and embodying that energy will lead to your ultimate happiness and abundance in the future. Okay. I'm going to put that there. And then you got the 40. You are worthy. It says, you are worth it all, my love. Beautiful. And then I'm just going to show you both the cards and then talk a little bit on them. And then we also have number 33, which is also a master number. Speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. So both these messages, just by looking at them, the you are worthy and then speak to yourself with kindness, kind of talk about self-worth and how we view ourselves and how we talk to ourselves. You are worth it. You need to be kind to yourself. You need to speak to yourself with kindness. Give yourself some gratitude and don't be so hard on yourself. That's what these cards are telling me. They're really speaking to me. So you are worth accomplishing all of your dreams, hopes, and wishes. You are worthy of happiness. You are worthy of abundance. You do deserve to make that money. You are worthy of happiness, finding the partner, having that family that you've always dreamed of having. That job, your dream job, doing what you love, creating, having supportive friends and families surround you, you are worthy of all of that. And a lot of that has to do with how we speak to ourselves, to be kind to ourselves, to give ourselves some grace, to love ourselves, to be aware of how it is that we're talking about ourselves and what we deserve in life. All these things are so important when it comes to healing those past childhood wounds where we didn't feel worthy, we didn't feel heard, we were not kind to ourselves, or other people did not show us kindness. But I'm here to tell you, you do deserve kindness. You do deserve to be happy and abundant in your life. I am going to read on these cards a little bit more information, and then I will also show you a screenshot of the little booklet with these 2 messages if you want to delve in further. So let's look them up. Here we have 40. Number 40. Let's see here. 40. You are worthy. Everyone longs to be worthy. We work hard to find this worth in many different places. In accomplishments, in titles, in the eyes of another. But at the end of the day, all we truly have is the worth that we attribute to ourselves. This is not to diminish the beautiful gifts that can be ours through our actions and relationships, but to say that if we do not find ourselves worthy first, we will continue to search for it elsewhere and never find satisfaction. So yeah, if we're looking for outside, for other people that tell us, oh my goodness, you're doing it, you've made it. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people are telling us. If we don't believe that and feel that, then we are gonna end up unhappy, not fulfilled in life, and it's going to be this never-ending cycle of the way we believe and see ourselves. It doesn't matter what other people are saying. It matters what we feel inside. So that's kind of how I interpreted that message. And then this is an exercise that you can do. It says acceptance exercise. For this exercise, journal your responses to the word worthy. What do you feel when you hear the word? Is there anything you feel you are not worthy of? What do you seek outside of yourself to make yourself feel worthy? Is there anything you feel like you are worthy of? Is there something that your inner child might need to hear about their worth? What are some of the statements you might have wished to hear as a child about your worth? Write down 5 to 10 key statements of your worth. These statements should touch your heart and fill you up with feelings of warmth, light, and when you speak them aloud. Now that you have these statements of worth, it is time to practice speaking those words to yourself. Using a mirror, if you can, look deep into your eyes, cup the side of your face, and proceed to give yourself what your heart is longing to hear. Practice speaking these statements of worth to yourself and to your inner child as many times as you can during the following weeks. I'm just going to show you this if you want to take a screenshot. This is the message here. See if I can fold it over here like that. Okay. Okay, and then I'll do a little bit on this next page with the rest of the message. There we go. Perfect. And then I'm going to look up this other message that we pulled, which is the Speak to Yourself with Kindness, 33. Speak to yourself with kindness. The stories we tell ourselves can create the patterns by which we live. In our daily lives, the words that we have chosen to speak over ourselves can deeply influence how we think and act. We are often unaware of just how critical our self-talk can be, or how often we engage in it. If you have pulled this card, then it may be time to review your self-talk. If you are currently in a place of negative self-talk, this practice will focus on becoming aware of the negative self-talk as it occurs. During this exercise, ask yourself, am I speaking to myself with love right now? When you are reviewing your self-talk, it can be helpful to use an object such as a piece of jewelry as a physical reminder to speak to yourself kindly. An object of high value can be even more beneficial, particularly if your negative self-talk focuses on the idea of a lack of personal worth. If you can, choose an item of value and importance for this exercise. You are worth it. Guys, I think I'm going to try this for myself. It says, once you have your object, practice becoming more aware of your self-talk. At the beginning of the day, set an intention to be aware of how you speak to yourself. Throughout the day, as soon as you notice a negative thought, touch your object and remember that you are worthy of positive and helpful self-talk. Whatever negative thoughts you had, speak the opposite to yourself or out loud. Practice this as many times as you can throughout the day. If you feel you need an extra dose of positivity or positive self-talk, think about 3 to 5 uplifting, affirmative things you like about yourself. Write them down and place them somewhere you can easily see them. Say them to yourself or aloud every time you see the note. And I'll give you an opportunity to take a screenshot. Next page with the journal prompt as well. See if I can get my hand out of the way. There's that for you. So, wow, that was pretty powerful. We had the speak to yourself with kindness. And these are great different tools and techniques you can use to learn how to be kinder to yourself, to speak to yourself kindly until it becomes a habit where you don't have to think about it, it just happens. And the more positivity we speak into the universe, the more abundance that comes to us. That's just something to remember. The last card we got talked about a goal without a plan is just a wish. How many of your goals are equipped with a solid plan? Choose one that's currently more like a wish and create a plan on how to get there. Set benchmarks and a deadline. So yeah, this is just kind of reaffirming, like, whatever it is that you are wanting to achieve in life, whatever wish or goal or something you want to fulfill from your childhood that you want to, if you say you're wanting to manifest your soulmate, have a significant other, whatever it is that you want to call them, your other half, then, well, it's great to have a goal, but without a plan, it's just a wish. So what traits or qualities are you looking for in a partner? You know, it could be physical, but it can also be like, you know, do you want a partner who's funny, smart, you can have long conversations with, they're not emotionally detached, but they're there for you. A partner who's there for you, is caring, kind, considerate. Yeah, they could be attractive, but what else it is that you're looking for in a partner? Make a list of this maybe. And then maybe, are there any areas that are preventing you from manifesting this partner into your life? If you don't love yourself, then how can you, so I'd start with self-love, ensuring that you love being with you and finding things that you enjoy doing yourself, and then maybe that can extend to something you enjoy doing with a partner. And so yeah, so just go set a list and a deadline of what it is you're looking for, and maybe a time frame of when you want to manifest this partner into your world. Okay. Ugh, these are all kind of messy, but it's okay. Okay. No, I haven't really been paying attention, my bad. Okay. And we're going to roll the Astro dice to get one last message. Let's see here. Oh, Cancer for the third time. Cancer's come up for me today. That is wild, guys. All 3 piles, they all got Cancer. Cancer. We have Cancer in the 6th house. Oh, and Uranus came up for the 2nd time. Pile 2 had Uranus as well with Cancer. I think theirs was in the 11th house, but similar energy. So maybe if you felt pulled towards pile 2, maybe give that a listen as well. So Cancer, as I've said in the other piles, is actually, I'm a Cancer moon. So Cancer is a very nurturing, emotional, very caring, nurturing sign. So they're very in touch with their emotions, and they're very empathetic towards others. And then with the 6th house deals with our daily routines and habits, just how we structure our routine, like the day-to-day, what it is, how does our schedule look for the day on a day-to-day basis. And then Uranus is the planet of, well, it's a planet of surprises and change. It could be radical change often. So with this thing, I'm thinking of a big emotional change in your daily routine. This could be engaging in more self-care activities, like which they were talking about with the positive self-talk. Incorporating those into our daily routines might be beneficial. Doing some journaling, some reflecting on the past, and really putting that intention to remain in the present moment will bring positive sudden changes into our life. It could bring in a new person. It could bring in new opportunities. And it's also going to bring in wish fulfillment from our childhood and heal any of those childhood thoughts and beliefs about unworthiness or just being negative and not thinking anything is possible. But everything is possible, and it all starts with our mindset and the way we feel about ourselves. So that's the big message, I feel like, for you guys in pile 3. See if there's any other messages. I think those are the main messages today. Takeaways. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate so much. Thank you to your guides, my guides, for making this reading possible. And I hope to see you on the next one. Take care, pile 3. Bye.